everyone, it's time for another Christmassy food item from this page by Agotapop from her December Tinies on Shelves. And this one here I think is a Christmas cookie slash biscuit with icing and candy canes and things. It's rather fun. I'm going to start by colouring in the actual biscuit, which I think we'll go for a brown sugar to start with and see where that leads us really. Here it is. Derwent Chromaflow pencils, which we've been using on all of these lovely drawings on this page. Now this download is a paid for download by Agotapop, but I haven't told you this. If you go to her website, there are some freebie downloads which you can have a go at. Obviously not these, and there's some Christmassy ones. I think, I'm trying to remember, I'm sure there's a set of gift tags or something like that. And what else was there on her website? There was a set of 4 Christmas items, I think, and advent calendar. So there are there's a selection of different things, which is rather nice. So I'm going to go for something a little bit darker now. Maybe the nutshell. I'm going to do a very light colour over with the nutshell here. So yes, you can have a go at some of her items without having to buy, because obviously, oh, excuse me, what's happened to my voice? It's an expensive time of the year for buying anything really. I mean, it's not expensive time of year. I mean, people don't have the money, so you can have a go at those if you want to have a go. I'm also wondering whether she's what she's going to do next year. She did say, because she was quite poorly, she had was almost going to give up on her yearly, her monthly Tinies on Shelves, but I'm very glad that she didn't. I'm doing this sort of line because I think it'd be a bit of a shadow under the ice, where the icing is standing out from the biscuit. Yes, because she wasn't well and she got behind, but luckily these came out in time for me to do this sort of almost an Advent Christmas countdowny type thing with them, which I'm very excited by being able to do. I have been asked by someone to do a whole page of Agata's pictures, and I hadn't sort of got round to it, but I was looking at my December video collection that I'd started to build up, things that I'd made. I'm going to do some dots and lines on here just to give it a bit of a texture. I think little dots are quite good actually, rather than lines. And on some of the days there wasn't very much sort of Christmassy content, because my mornings have been Magical Worlds, which is a lovely book, and I want to keep doing things from it because it's new and everyone's loving Johanna's new book. But it means that that's a video that isn't Christmassy generally. I found a few Christmas ones, and well, ones that I could make Christmassy, but not many. So it meant that there's sort of, quite a few December videos that aren't Christmassy. So I saw these and I thought, well, if I can do one of these each day, you've at least got one Christmas video, which I think is rather nice. Now, I'm not sure about icing. I'm really unsure what colour, so I'm going to colour in our candy canes first and then think about icing after. I think I'm going to use the scarlet for the candy canes. They're obviously a mirror image, they're going to be the same. I'm just going to work through them as I have the other ones on this page. If you haven't seen me do them, just around the edge in a lot of layers and then less towards the middle to create a bit of shine. Now we don't want it too shiny because these are, well, they might not be. I mean, actually I'm not. I was thinking I won't do it like that. They could be painted on, like within the icing, but I think I'm going to try and draw them as if they're sitting in the icing on top. So then I do want them to look rounded. I think that's how I'll do them. If I can, I'll try. It might not look brilliant, but I'll do my best. That's all I can do. And have fun. That's the most important thing, I always think. You know, it's interesting. It's so easy to get annoyed with yourself if it doesn't quite turn out how you'd hoped, or you know, you go out of the lines, you pick up the wrong colour or whatever, or you feel you've made the wrong colour choice. But I don't tend to. Not with colouring. I don't tend to. Try not to beat myself up about anything much, really. Sometimes it isn't easy, but it's good to just go with the flow, take it easy, enjoy it. You know, just get into the Christmas spirit, colouring something Christmassy if you enjoy Christmas, and celebrate it. Otherwise, just colour something that you like, that inspires you, that makes you feel happy. You know, I think it's important. I think I see it with my husband with his art sometimes. I feel like he's doing it because he feels he has to. He's got all the kit, you know, and he just feels like he should be doing it, and it isn't always coming from a place of joy. And I can even see that in my own art sometimes. If I start a page or a picture and I fall out of love with it, I'm sure you've all done it, you've looked at it, you've gone, oh, I really like that aspect of the page, whatever it might be. You haven't really closely looked at the rest. And as you go through the page, you start to lose enthusiasm almost, because the other items on the page aren't as much fun as the one you did, or the one you did didn't turn out as well as you'd hoped, and so it doesn't look quite to your taste or your hope, expectation, and so you sort of, the rest of the page sort of goes a bit near. Good word. So I've had it happen too. So it's just a case of trying to enjoy, have fun, and I am very jealous of people who can. I'm going to use the sangria colour to go around the edges of the red to make them a little bit darker. Yeah, I'm very jealous of people who can start a picture and then not like it and give up, stop. But I know that people who do that sort of almost have a feeling of guilt that they haven't finished it. Whereas I see my pictures where I've fallen out of love with the page and I just can't wait to get it finished. And I can see that in my colouring, that I've rushed and just, you know, not given the page the attention that it should have had. So yeah, and but so if I could not finish a page, if my brain would allow me, it might mean that I end up making better looking pages, but then I might not have any finished, so I don't know. Winter Lake, it's very interesting. We're all so different, aren't we? So I'm just putting a little bit of shadow on the edges of the white here with this. I don't want my white to look that grey, but it needs some shadow on it. It feels a bit chilly. I should have got a cardigan. I was warm. It was actually raining a little bit while we were out. Husband's just put the TV on really loudly. My son's turning him off. Anyway, sorry, it's making me chuckle. So what colour icing should we do? I'm having a little think. You know, at the moment, this looks different to how I had wanted it. I thought that the icing should be standing up out of the biscuit, but it actually looks the opposite to me when my eye looks lit. It almost looks like it's a cake which is raised and the icing or the filling is low down. It's very strange, but I'm just trying to think of the colour, and once I've done that bit then it will look different, I'm sure. We could go for a greeny colour because I like green, Christmas green, that's me. I was looking at the minty green, the pastel mint, and thinking about that, but I'm not sure. I think maybe the spring bud. Yeah, let's go for that. Spring bud. It's more of a yellowy green, but I think it might look rather pretty. And then these circles I'm going to do as if they're little candies. So I'm just going to do this quite light because I'm thinking it's food colouring on icing. That was my thought. So, you know, what's it going to look like? Well, it will look a bit shiny. So maybe I need to go put a bit more layering, do a bit more layering so that we can put some shine on it in a pen that will show up. If you do your pencil too lightly, if you try and put white pen on top, it doesn't really show up. So we might need to do a bit more. But we'll just get a layer down. Now I'm going to go over the top of these because I might do these in my pens actually. This is a bit too pale for my liking. I'm going to go back over it all with quite a significant amount of more. Oh, that sounds a bit scratchy. A significant amount more. There we go, layering. And just keep going around. And what I think will help our candy canes stand out a little better is if we put some shadow around them as if they're casting a shadow on our icing, and then it will help. It's just like a key lime pie with ice. No, I don't know what a key lime pie is even, I'm just saying words. We don't get them in this country. Well, we do a little bit in restaurants and things, you might get it as a dessert, but I don't know what it is. I always think it sounds, I always have lime in my main meal. I don't make puddings with lime. Maybe that's weird, I don't know. Right, we're definitely too light in the middle compared to the edge. I'm just going to layer it up a bit more. Yeah, when I make my black bean stew, I put lime juice in it and cumin and loads of different veg. It's delicious. And the lime gives it a real edge. But then I don't make puddings because I've not got sweet tooth anymore, which is nice. Used to. I didn't, as a child I didn't really. I mean, I did eat sweets because they were given to me, so I ate them, but I always preferred a savoury item. Right, I'm going to find a darker green to use for my shadows. I'm thinking the olivine might work quite well. I'm going to sharpen it a bit. I want it quite sharp. There we go, olivine. I think a lot of people would probably say I was lucky that I didn't have a sweet tooth. I think a bit of shadow there. Yeah, probably am. But I always like salty food, you know, crisps and chips and yeah, which aren't really that much healthier. I'm going to try and put a shadow. I always find it so hard to get shadows under circles. It seems to quite work. I think I'm going to do these in a few different colours. Just looking at the colours that I've got in my metallics. I'm just going to tip them out actually. Right. So I'm not going to do the black or the blue or the bluey green. Those are all gold type colours. thinking maybe I could just do gold and silver. That might be a way to do it. I'm going to do them symmetrically. In fact, I might do the big ones in gold and the small ones in silver. Seems to make sense in my head. Yeah, it was a bit rainy, so it's been a bit warmer. I wore my big coat and I was rather warm, which is nice. So the rest in the silver. But we have had some frosty days, and now we've got a few dots around here. I'm going to just, I think I'm going to do with the words. I'm going to do them in the gold because it will stand out better from the white paper than a silver. Words, that's what my son says when we lose the ability to speak. Happens, isn't it? It's usually nicer if it happens when I'm not trying to record a video, but you know. There we go. I think that is us done. That is such a cute little drawing, and I'm really pleased with how that's come out. So thank you for watching today. Oh, we've got another cupcake tomorrow. Wow, there's lots of cupcakes on this page. Anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.